Jay, we back.
B, what's up?
Jasmine, listen. I've been thinking about preparing to record and going through this process of building, what the studio is going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of excited. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I'm kind of like, damn,
because I let you buy some stuff on Amazon.
you didn't let me. Let's just get that out right now. No, you didn't let me do anything. But I was kind of excited. I'm like, you know what? I'm really curious what it's going to look like and do pre-production and building everything out so far. I was kind of happy. I'm almost like, damn, I look like one of them YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Look like some real YouTube
Not
shit.
for nothing. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, this look like some YouTube shit.
And I was just like, damn, this shit is kind of dope.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited right now. So I'm hoping just to give people something good to look at on top of
Something
know what I'm
good
saying?
to listen
to. So that's pretty much what it is. But
Before we get into it, this is the third episode of Love and Aperture podcast.
Yes, everybody, the third episode.
Yes.
I really hope that you guys like what you're seeing, like what you guys been hearing so far. It's so early. We're kicking the shit. So we really hope that you guys really like what we're doing. And really like if you enjoy this new setup, you know what I'm saying? We're going to elaborate from here. This is just the beginning. We just really hope that this is visually appealing for you guys because we've been working hard to try to get something solid. Because we're trying to do something for ourselves now. So it's like I'm real critical on the work I do and things I put out. So it's an adjustment for me. Like, all right, I'm behind the camera.
And in front of the camera.
You know what I'm saying? And in front of it at the same time. So I'm just trying to make sure, things are good and it's running properly behind the scenes because I'm not behind it. I'm not looking. So it's like, damn, is everything in focus? Is everything looking right? But I'm confident that everything's going accordingly. And Jasmine, when she first saw it, she was like, ooh, everything looks nice. I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm doing a little bit.
Only sometimes.
But welcome back. We appreciate y'all. And we'll get into it. Jasmine, one thing I was thinking about too was there's no really I didn't want no real structure to the podcast and what we're gonna do. I was thinking about it
I think we should just get on here and talk.
That's what I'm saying. This could be remember Seinfeld, this show, something about the show about nothing.
Seinfeld.
I've never really watched it 100%, but I know there was different things to where it was just a show about
just everything,
just nothing, everything and nothing at the same time. So it was I was thinking to have ours sort of something similar to that, to where it's
the show about nothing.
Yeah, we just on here,
just kicking it,
chopping it up. We could bring up things that we've talked about and stuff that's going on currently. Yeah. Listen, we currently still going through some
plumbing issues.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna start on Instagram and we're gonna start a countdown, a 5 days and no plumbing.
And it's
we're literally only here to shoot, get the mail, and that's it. We go back to our relative's house to shower.
That's true.
The weather was bad all week last week.
Yeah, the weather kind of held things up because I'm talking about Atlanta. It
rained
like
every
crazy.
single day. Then today it's 30 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's a holiday, so nobody's working on a holiday.
Yeah.
So hopefully, tomorrow
we'll start. Hopefully, things can start. Progressing and get things done. But it happens. It's life. So that's pretty much what it is. Me and Jasmine had a discussion the other day. And I was trying, Jasmine. I was trying so hard
to remember what it was that we couldn't agree on.
So hard to figure out what we were talking about, because I was like, yo, Jasmine, guys, y'all don't know this, but in pre-production, I was like, yo, Jasmine, I think I got a couple topics.
Yeah.
To talk about. You know
so
what I'm saying?
So this is Barry's show today, y'all. I let go of the reins, and I let my man pick his topics.
Jasmine. I mean, don't do that. I don't like that shit.
I don't talk like that.
But yeah, like you said, I don't want to take the reins, but I had something. I was like, damn.
He's like, let's talk about it.
These are the things these are the times I wish we could just grab,
What we're gonna start doing is like, I feel like what we should start doing is like when we're home,
yeah,
just leave the setup the same. So like over the past weekend, we've had like 2 really good conversations where we were like talking and discussing stuff within our own relationship and just like stuff on social media where we were having really, really good conversations, I think.
Yeah.
One of which was the Beyonce debacle.
Oh,
Because
that's okay.
I was butthurt with that.
Listen, people that know Jasmine, and if you don't know her, she fucks with Beyonce. Just like any black woman, you know what I'm saying, out here fucks with Beyonce. So Jasmine, she was just so bent up, about this Beyonce and the clothes she got out. And I'm just like, who cares? Like,
no cookie cutter shit. Keep it real. Say what you really said.
All right, fuck that. I was like, yo, she's not fucking with the big bitches like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not really for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I felt that. I said, yo, Jasmine, like, champion the people that's really for y'all. That's making the stuff for the plus women. You know what I'm saying? If she's not doing it, champion the people that's all like the Rihanna. She's doing something for the big girls. So if Beyonce, then rock with her. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so stuck on, because I think the problem was, especially a lot of black women, especially in the plus community, they champion Beyonce because of the homecoming. She's black, black. Yeah, she's black, but she didn't say big for black. Big girl's black. You know what I'm saying? She's not. I said she had clothing line before, but it's maybe not was for the big girls. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't know why y'all put her like she is a representative. You know what I'm saying? She's supposed to represent y'all in that way, and she's never done it before. I don't see why. What changed? You know what I'm saying? Did she tell y'all it was gonna be for y'all?
So the problem was, the whole problem in like the thing was that, yes, she's had Ivy Park before. No, it didn't have plus sizes. She sold it exclusively at Topshop. Topshop did not sell plus size clothes.
Was Topshop is what?
It was like, it was similar to ASOS, but just like straight sizes only.
Okay.
I think that's what I can compare it to. But so this time around, she had like this whole big rollout. And in all of the rollouts, she was like, this is for everyone. I'm including everybody. I thought about everybody, blah, blah, blah. Like, she's including men. So you're thinking like, oh, snap. Like, she going to have it where everybody can wear stuff. So then when you go and you Google and it's like, oh, yeah, no, it's only going to an extra large. I wear a 3X easy. Well, a 3X in Nike, I can fit their 3Xs. Mm-hmm. So, and like I was saying earlier today, like if it wasn't for the fact that I knew I could fit a 3X in Nike, then I wouldn't have even been looking for it. Like I wouldn't have been like, oh yeah, let me do it, because I know most releases for most lines, anyways, I personally can't fit because I'm a 3X, 4X sometimes. Mm-hmm. But so when I'm like, oh, I can wear Nike, so I might could get into this. But then to go like, and I'm not even a fashion girl. Like, mm-hmm. For most of the time, I really don't even care what I look like, unless I try not to look crazy. But I'm not like all into like fashion, whatever.
Gotcha.
So,
yeah, I know that. Yeah.
I was excited. I was about to say, I was excited because I was like, oh shit, I'm about to get me some joggers, something. I'm like, Jasmine, I want something.
You was only excited because it was Beyonce.
No, well, partly because it's Beyonce, but then also
I think most of the black women was mainly because of Beyonce. You thinking, oh, she did it for us. She dished out the black. She's real black. She's hooking up the sisters, but there's a difference between hooking up the sisters and this different variety of sisters, and she's not.
Well, it's not even just for black people. Like, literally, just because
it's the black people that's attacking her.
I don't think so. I've seen, so back to what I was saying. In my research, okay, so when we first talked about mm-hmm. it, she didn't have no plus size, nothing. No plus size influencers had got a box. Like, no plus size celebrities had got a box, mm-hmm. nothing. Right?
Yeah. So
then the very next morning, I woke up and the first thing on my page, on my Instagram, is Ashley Graham and her
See, that's part of the problem
stop.
too.
Her influencer box. So then I'm like, okay, so Ashley Graham got something, but Ashley Graham is easily an extra large in Adidas, so of course she'll be able to get into it. So then, like, I started looking at more stuff. Somebody has a petition. Some other influencers were putting stuff out. It's been think pieces, all that kind of stuff. But so today, I was looking it up because yesterday my friend sent me a screenshot of ASOS where I shop, and they had it where it went up to a 4X, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So, but it was sold out. So then I was looking to see if I could see any plus size women in it. Still haven't seen that. But so today I was looking because I didn't want to. I knew this might have come up for us, but just period. Like, I don't want to be talking about it and then not know everything. So I was just researching it, and it's a bunch of think pieces, a bunch of places have covered it, like how she didn't include plus sizes. But so in the think piece that I read, like, it had, all the same stuff that I was saying. Like, how could you not include us? This is the second time you've done a line. Like, you got plus size dancers, plus size background singers. Like, this, it felt deliberate that you didn't have up to whatever size available, or you only went to an extra large. But then at the end of it, it was like one lonely girl who was like, oh yeah, I'm a 16, 18, and I got a medium in it. So I'm like, okay, so you got a medium. If it go up to an extra large, then you could possibly get a size 20, 22, maybe a 24 in it, depending on how it fits. But the problem is, it wasn't, even if that is true, it wasn't and still isn't apparent, like with the sizing, that you would be able to get it if you were a size this or if you were a size that. Like, the way that the sizing is even done, because it's unisex, didn't make sense. Like, it's almost kind of lazy too. Like, if you know that you have unisex sizes, then you should put out a special sizing chart to go with your collection. Like, even with the shoes, people were like,
I got you.
People didn't know what sizes to get for the shoes too. So it's like, Finish Line says to size 1.5 size down, but Foot Locker said go up a size. So it's like, which one am I using?
Which one is it?
It was just bad preparation and all of that going out, period. And I'm still waiting to see if it's a girl that's my size that's gonna have it on to close me up. But if not, like.
and you see, Jasmine, my argument, and ladies and gentlemen, this happened. We was in bed talking about this.
It was like 12 o'clock at night.
It's like 12 o'clock, almost 2 o'clock in the morning. We up. And my argument to Jasmine was like, first thing, I think women, because if it was any other type of celebrity, I don't think it would have been that big of a deal. I think because the black women,
we championed
and plus black women, you championed her for somebody that's, what is she a champion of? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what she put out there for y'all to feel like she's gonna be for y'all, because she put out some plus size dances, and then also I was just like, well, all right, even if she did want to put out some plus size options for you guys, right? You women still wouldn't be satisfied. And when I say you women, from my understanding, there's even a divide in the plus size community, from my understanding. So hold on. Now, if she did come out with a few plus size options, but they were for the models you see on Torrid ads or ASOS, all those things, y'all even don't. Yeah. See, you said smaller plus. You don't even categorize them as the same, as one of your own. There's another size up from plus. So now it's like that's still not even good enough.
Right, because in fashion.
So either way, she's gonna get blasted.
Yeah, because in fashion.
So what the fuck?
Like, in fashion, I'm considered extended plus because I'm over a 2X. She didn't go to a 2X. So I yes, there still would have been backlash. Don't get me wrong.
So she's a loser. So she's in a lose-lose.
But she's in less of a lose had she gone to at least a 2X. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's less of a backlash if she puts out a line that exclusively includes plus sizes, and that if you wear a size 20, 22, then you can get into it. This didn't have that. So that's where the outrage is, because even the smaller plus size people are kind of like, well, if I do wear a 20 or if I do wear an 18 or a 22, like, can I get into this or not? Because some people say Adidas sizes already run small as it is. So they're already thinking like, well, if Adidas is saying this is what the size is, I'm probably gonna have to size up because I can't fit it regularly or whatever the case is. So that's that on that.
I still think, Jasmine, you can't, you know this
You
already.
can't win for losing.
You can't please everybody.
Yeah, and that's in
so
life.
Even if, like, you don't know if she's putting this out there, right? To see the response. How does it go? Now, okay, now we can go up. You know what I'm saying? This is doing well. Now she can move forward. But the fact I think women in the plus, they wanted everything at once. You gotta, do your little sample size first. You gotta see if this works. You can't just
Beyonce knew her shit was gonna sell out.
Jasmine, you don't know what's gonna sell out.
All the shit sold out, including the socks.
Well,
and everybody can wear the socks.
God bless her. Now, hopefully, she hooks y'all the fuck up with what y'all need. But if she don't be mad at it, because she wasn't doing it for y'all before. So don't move on to the people that's been doing it for y'all. Rock with them. Don't
true.
rock with somebody that hasn't been fucking with y'all at the beginning.
This is true.
So I think the black women, especially the plus black women, they got themselves all riled up for somebody that hasn't been fucking with y'all before. Maybe they've been fucking with y'all. I'll give y'all some dances. I may give y'all some Beyonce homecoming T-shirts. They can make that in a 4X.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, because y'all got some T-shirts. Y'all gonna get a whole tracksuit. Y'all gonna get some. She hasn't really fucking with y'all on that type of fashion kick.
Lane, yeah.
In that lane. So y'all mad?
Yeah.
Don't do like. Listen.
You're basically saying you can't be mad at a person for them being who they've shown you who they are.
That was it. You know what I'm saying? So also my thing was, listen, these companies are not gonna do everything for everybody. They know who they market into, and they're gonna keep it at that. And that's the world. You know what I'm saying? You can find what you need for who you want. Somebody else is gonna make it for you.
Yeah.
But it may not be Beyonce's name on it. It may be, you know what I'm saying, Queen Latifah, or it may be some other celebrity or whomever. It may not even be a celebrity. It might be somebody just designing something for these type of people.
An indie designer.
And rock with them.
Yeah.
The people get just stuck on this big name and just like, yeah, I'm fucking with them. But if they don't make shit for you, now you pissed.
Yeah.
Shit, they don't know y'all struggle. They don't know, what y'all need.
Yeah.
They just know what people and they, you know what I'm saying, body type looking for. So I was like, that was my thing. Like, me and Jasmine had to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But when things started
the next
unfolding,
morning,
she had to give me my props.
I came back and I gave you your props.
Because you had to sleep on it.
Which is something that, no, I didn't have to sleep on it. The night before, you were saying, oh, yeah, they're probably going to roll it out later. That's what you were saying. And I was like, nah, if she was going to do it, she was going to do it from the beginning. But the next morning when I woke up, Ashley Graham had gotten her box. And what was the first thing I did? I said, Barry, you were right.
You didn't say you was right. You just...
Barry, yes, I did. I said, Barry, you were right.
That's a fucking lie. You didn't say you was right. I wanted you to say that.
Barry.
But a part of me, I didn't. I'm like, you know what? Because you're not going to give me the satisfaction. You know what you did? You just said, oh, Ashley Graham, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, okay. And I looked at you. All right. See, there you go. You got it. I'm just like, you didn't say the words, you was right. Because you don't want to give me the satisfaction.
I'm saying it now. You were right.
You know what? That means a lot, especially on this podcast and for the viewers to see it. And I could tell it hurts. Because you know how hard it was for you to do that just now?
It was very easy.
That's a milestone for you, Jasmine.
It was very easy.
Yeah, sure. Goddamn.
On top of the Beyonce debacle,
okay,
we were also, what were we talking about in the computer room? I think it was
God damn, Jasmine. And that's the problem. Off the cuff, we talk about a whole bunch of
I
stupid
remembered.
Shit.
It's very important to set priorities in the relationship. And if those priorities change,
Here we go.
To have a conversation about it so that both parties are aware that the priorities are changing.
Okay. Elaborate on the priorities. Elaborate.
We're elaborating now.
Yes.
And so this is, if you've listened to us on a prior podcast, Not Your Relationship Goals, I kind of, did I talk about it on there?
I don't know.
Or I might have talked about it on the Gray Matter.
here we
I've been
go.
on like three other
different podcasts.
So I might have told this story before.
Go
but
for it.
Saturday was the first day that we kind of had a more open conversation about it.
You say it was the first time.
I think it is because
we've talked about a bunch
I
of
feel
crazy
like
different shit.
I now feel like I'm at peace and at like, you know, like I have a resolution
you
to
at
it.
peace?
Yes. So
Finally. See, I'm happy you doing this. This is documented.
that
So
don't
now-
mean
Listen, this is a problem. And this is, fellas, remember this. Women have integrity amnesia, which means they will say something now and then forget that they even said it and do it again. It's like, what you mean? I'm like, nigga.
integrity amnesia.
Integrity amnesia. Stick to your shit. Mean what you say what you mean. And stick to it. No, they'll remix it and then change the whole shit. Remember that, fellas. When you see it happen, you're going to be like, damn, that nigga Barry said that before. Yeah, I said it. And I'm saying it here. I'm saying it here. Remember it. Book it. It happens.
So,
you do it.
anyways, you done? All right.
I'm gonna let you finish. But, no, I'm gonna pull a Kanye.
Basically, so for my 25th birthday, I'm gonna give him the short and easy one. For my 25th birthday, I told Barry I wanted to go out of town.
Oh, we doing this.
Out of the country.
We doing this.
You told me to elaborate.
I didn't remember what story it was for a second. Let's do it.
All right. So, told him to take me out. I wanted to go out of the country for my birthday. He said he was going to plan something. Long story short, he didn't. So, you know, we talked about it when it happened. And, you know, at the time he was saying it was money, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't, it just wasn't. So, we were talking about, I don't even know how it came up, on Saturday, but we were just sitting in the computer room and we started talking about it. And, basically what we ended up with was that our priorities were different at the time that I wanted this trip to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, I remember.
I don't.
Some kind of
Do
way.
tell, Jasmine.
Some kind of way we got on the fact of, like Barry used to have this thing about being like, I ain't got no money. And then like 2 days later, we'd get like hella Amazon shipments. We were talking about finances and you were like, you shouldn't have to tell me about how you spend your money.
Yes.
And so then
Yes.
I
Fellas,
was like,
I said that.
and so
I said
then
that.
I was like, I said, no, you don't have to tell me how you spend your money, but like if it's something that we're buying for the business or whatever, you know, just let me know.
No, we never said nothing about the business because I specifically said, who are you to tell me what I do with my money? You know what I'm saying? Especially
You
it's
said
my
that's
own
how
account.
you felt. Yeah.
At the time, like I have my own account. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, currently now we're joint, you know what I'm saying, we join our finances together, but back then I had my own shit and I'm like, who are you to tell me
Right.
what to buy? Because you would do this thing where I tell you, I'm about to do this. What you mean? What you about to do? Why are you doing this? I'm like, whoa, my nigga. Did you work hard? Did you do this? Did you work these 80 hours or 40 hours a week?
And then I
For this
said,
bread?
because all you did was spend your money on computers and give it away. And then that's when you said, you don't understand why I have such an attachment to material things. Remember? You said that. And
Me have attachment? Or you?
Me.
Oh,
You said that
I'm about
to
say,
me.
Not me.
And so then I was like, I didn't have attachment to material things, but I felt like you were putting material things, i.e. your computers and shit.
Oh.
Those purchases were more of a priority than what I wanted to do. Remember? That's how we got.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So now we're here. Now we're here. So we had the conversation basically that we got to that, you know, at the time he wanted to buy shit and build shit and learn how to do stuff. And like, that was the beginning of when the business was starting.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong with it. But what we had never talked about before was the fact that, like, when we first started dating, and even now, like, I was like, yeah, you don't got to buy me gifts. I'm not really like a gift person.
That's what I'm saying. See?
And all that kind of stuff. Like, but
here we go.
as I explained,
what you say, but that erases everything you said.
me
from
not
front.
wanting gifts did not mean that I didn't want to like go places and do things and experience stuff.
Oh yeah.
And so
I agree with that.
That's where we talked about the importance of priorities, making sure you're on the same page, and making sure each other, like, we're updated with where those priorities are. So like now Barry knows going on trips and doing stuff is a priority of mine.
But the thing about it always just was trips, and I apologize. See, when we had that conversation, you were acting like I was never sorry about not taking the trips and things you want to do in terms of just, and it mainly was trips. More seriously, I was doing other things, with my money.
Yes.
And I apologized and said, you know what?
And you did.
You was right.
You did.
I didn't. I was like, man, fuck that right now. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm doing X, Y, and Z.
Yes.
That's what I did.
But you never relayed that to me. Like, that you thought, like, this is why I say I think it's good for people to talk about their priorities. Because I never related to you how important going on trips was, like, to having certain experiences. To have these certain experiences.
Gotcha.
And you never related to me, like, what your mind frame was as far as how your focus is buying stuff to build this business.
Yeah.
Because at that time I wasn't a part of the business.
Yeah.
You were still just doing it.
Yeah, I was still trying to figure it out and figure out what I want to to do with it. Yeah, that's true.
So that's why I said it's important to have priorities, but then also to let the other one know what those priorities are and where you are with the priorities in your life. So that you don't have these rifts in like year long, like, cause y'all, we argued about this trip for like a good 6 months on and off. Like, if Barry like scratched his nose wrong, I was like, you ain't taking me on no fucking trips.
See, that's you argue. I was, you know what I'm saying? Well, I probably didn't apologize. That could have been it.
We never had the conversation that we had on Saturday.
Jasmine,
but I don't think
I could have swore we did. It's part of the thing.
Well, we had a conversation about not going, but we never had the conversation like about like how we had it on Saturday, saying like, well, this is a priority. This was a priority for me at the time, not this. Like, we never had that type of conversation about it. It was more so my bad, I'm sorry, I messed up, I'll do better. That type of thing. And I was hurt because, and that was the conversation.
The reason why, okay, you're probably right. The reason probably we didn't have that conversation because you weren't mature enough to have that conversation.
No.
Because you're not mature enough as you were. And fellas, as you get into a relationship, you have to continue to build and help, guide your woman, because she has to learn how some women don't know how to self-edit, and self-edit meaning not learn how to contextualize things and not how to process things without exploding and just lashing out emotionally. Like Jasmine, she had a hard time doing that at the beginning. Now she's more so like, okay, let me understand. Let me see if this is reasonable, firm, fair, rationalizing things before you just get emotional and just get crazy on a nigga, because you used to do that before. You know what I'm saying? So you weren't mature enough back then probably to have that conversation. And I think I was, because I would have just told you what I told you. But me saying what I said to you,
but you wouldn't have been able to understand where I was coming from. I don't think, because
probably not. Probably not.
Yeah.
And I could be fair. Probably not, because the only reason I think I wouldn't be able to relate, because it would have came from an emotional thing, and I would have never been like, I just thought it was an attack.
I mean, but it's
you
still
came to me
emotional.
You would have came to me in an attack mode.
Yeah.
See how we can just have a conversation and we go back and forth and just try to understand.
Yeah.
It would have never been like that.
Because I'm not upset about it now, is what you're saying. Because it's still,
You can still be upset about
like,
it now.
I'm not
it's
upset, but
still
I'm
there a little
still,
bit.
there's still like emotion about it because it didn't happen.
Let's say controlled emotion.
Okay.
Maybe I can say that.
Okay.
Now your emotion is more controlled.
Yeah.
But before, that was just a lion out. You know what I'm saying? No cage. I couldn't do the
It was-
it
was more so because,
none of that.
like, I watched you. Like, I literally, in my, like, I don't think you understand when I say that I watched you. Like, at one point, I knew we weren't going, right? But, like, I just wanted you to tell me we weren't going. So I'm just watching you move, and I'm like, he ain't done this, he ain't done this, he still ain't told me this.
Yeah.
And I know what he gonna say. I know this nigga gonna be like, he ain't got no fucking money. Like, this is how I'm talking in my head, right? You know me, so you already know.
That's what I'm saying.
You already know.
That's fucking wild emotion. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know how to tame it a little bit. You just this shit is just lashing out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see, real niggas know about this. Niggas that know X-Men, fucking Cyclops from X-Men. When he takes his fucking glasses off, it's just wild energy just going everywhere. He has to put fucking visors on his face to control the fucking power. And that's you.
Yeah.
You just uncontrolled energy just coming out your fucking eyes. Now you gotta put these goddamn old people glasses for fucking glaucoma glasses on to control your fucking eyes. Because you just be just wilding. And listen, I wasn't dealing with that. Like, my thing was, I'm not dealing with this, raw emotion. Like, well, you better calm down, man. Have a conversation. Because you'd have been quick on the trigger and just started saying crazy stuff. And now, looking back at it, because I apologize. So let me get that straight. I apologize, because I know I fucked up.
You did.
I took it too, I went too far. Because I was telling people we were doing this, we were going on vacation, and I didn't follow through.
Yes.
I fucked up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but also, you're better at ignoring my family now. But back then, like, they kind of put a pressure on you to be like, where you taking her? What you doing? Where you taking her? Like, so you got to just give them something. So
yeah, I just said shit.
Yeah, so I'll give you that too a little bit. Only a little bit. Just because I know my people is crazy. Love y'all.
Everybody's people is crazy. My people is crazy.
But yeah, so make sure you guys talk about priorities and where you see the importance of things with each other.
And this is a part of this. This is where I segue. And this was another thing I was gonna put in, like, a topic to talk about in pre-production, like, the segue from that, like, all the things I was doing. And which was taken away from all the experiences that you wanted out of relationship. All these were freaking sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? That I was making at the time. I made so many sacrifices, like with my time and out of the relationship, like with money and just trying to just to build up to what we're doing now. You know what I mean? So. I missed a lot of, family things to go to see family, because I was just spending money and on just trying to figure out what I wanted this business to be, what this, this idea and vision I had in my head prior to even me saying, Jasmine, I want you to be a part of this business I'm trying to build. You knew I was doing stuff. I was trying different things, but you didn't know exactly what I was doing. I didn't even fully know. So,
because it started as graphic design.
that's what I'm saying.
First.
It was building up from, like, things that I learned growing up. So I didn't even know what I wanted this to be, So I just know I had these skills, I had these talents, the things that I want to do, and I want to help people in some way, but I didn't really know how to channel it. So I was just trying different things. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say, you make these sacrifices, like, in whatever you want to do, and it takes away from, like, so you either, like you say, you do an action that has another reaction. So all this time of spending money that it was taken away from what you want to do, was taken away from things I could have been doing with family and friends. I missed a lot of weddings and things like that that I could have been doing a lot of family functions. You know what I'm saying? I could have traveled to see my family. I could have took, we could have did a lot of so many other things. But I feel if you really want to do something, you have to sacrifice. It's like, it is what it comes with it. You're going to miss things. Some people are going to be mad at you. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to hang out with your friends. You're not going to be able to do certain things. You may not see your family. You know what I'm saying? Because you're so immersed in what you're trying to do. Even if you're trying to figure it out, or even you know what it is, but I'm going straight through it. It is. I'm just immersing myself in this, and that's what I did. Even up to this point, it may be people that look at me and look at us to see what we're doing. Like, yo, y'all doing just amazing stuff. Like, some people may even look at it like, damn, they lucky they just got this. People have no idea the shit, you know what I'm saying, that I put you through. You know what I'm saying? There's so many times I didn't pay bills. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell you. I was just spending shit, buying equipment, doing this. Car, you know what I'm saying, going through repo, we late on bills. You know what I'm saying? It's so many things.
I never
had
knew.
no idea, and I didn't want to tell you about it because I'm trying to shield you from it because I didn't feel you will understand.
Were you trying to shield me or shield yourself from having to cuss me out from me being like, nigga, what the fuck?
Nah, I was trying to shield you because I didn't want, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt responsible.
You want me to be
Jasmine,
like, nigga,
as
what
a
the
man,
fuck?
I felt responsible, you know what I'm saying, for you. I didn't want to put you in harm's way. So it's my thing. I was making so many, and I call them sacrifices because I'm like, I went that far to get to where you are right now, and I felt it's worth it. I wouldn't trade it. You know what I'm saying? If hindsight 2020,
might have been a couple of different ways you could have done it.
yeah, but who knows if those
had
turns
the same
would have never
outcome.
had an outcome. You know what I'm saying? So I felt I had to do these things. You know what I'm saying? I know you probably remember this, but when we first got I was up late nights and figuring out, when you wondering what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? So late, I'm up at night watching this, reading, trying, just doing a whole bunch of shit. And then at the same time, what probably made you more crazy, like I'm doing things, I'm buying things, I'm testing, I'm doing this, learning, and at the same time, I'm giving things away. I'm giving knowledge away. And you're like, why you just keep giving stuff away? I'm like, it served its purpose. Let me give it to somebody else, and hopefully that can help them get to another level and do something, help people. So it's like, I never felt, because I never got attached to things in that way. So it was nothing for me to give, the stuff away that I wasn't using because it served its purpose.
Right.
Now it's time for me to move on to another level. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I operated. I didn't look at it like I was wasting something. It made it look at it from the outside looking in. Like, damn, what are you doing? You just wasting shit. To me, it wasn't wasteful. It was a part of a process and a journey. You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying it in the time. Like, I'm always trying. You see me, I'm always still moving. You know what I'm saying? Doing things and trying to level up and get better.
Less giving away now.
I still give shit away, Jasmine.
But
don't
less.
Stop. No.
Less.
I still give shit away. You probably don't know it. You probably don't see it because I have. You know what I'm saying? I've been blessed to have so much. You know what I'm saying? For the course of these years, but there's still stuff getting away.
I remember, like last year when I stopped taking pictures, and like carrying my little camera bag around, and
You
then
stopped doing it. You stopped carrying the fucking bag years ago, Jasmine.
Well, but I went to go look for a lens, and then I found out that you had let somebody else use it. In my head, I was like, I know this nigga did not give this fucking lens away. This shit was $1,500. Like,
See, the fact that you just put the price tag on, you didn't even know how much it cost.
well, I knew it was expensive. It wasn't $20.
See, now everything's like I'm gonna do fucking Jasmine. This is the thing, and this is what I was trying to get you to understand when we first started getting into the business. Anything that you get into, any hobby that turns into a business, it's all gonna turn expensive.
Yes,
because that money you spend is relative. Like, everything has an upcharge. To do something big and big, you have to, spend more.
but
So
in my head, I'm thinking sell
nothing's
it versus
$20.
just give it away, because the stuff that we have now still holds somewhat of a value.
no, I get that. That's to a certain thing. But if I'm dealing with certain people that I know, because Jimmy Jasmine, relationships are important. They're
Number one.
better than, I don't care about money. It's the people. You know what I'm saying? That you touch and help. That's what it's about. You cultivate those relationships. So if I'm giving stuff away, it's the people that I know are going to cherish, you know what I'm saying? This that you're giving them and you use it to the max. They're not just gonna be like, oh, he just gave me this eye, whatever. These are I'm giving this stuff to people that's really taking these jewels and these gifts and appreciate what I'm giving to them, and it's gonna be used. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
And that's what it was. So I never got attached to those things. You know what I'm saying? It's never been like that for me. So I always wanted you to understand that, but how could you? You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where I can't expect you to do that because that's not in, you know what I'm saying? That's not part of your DNA. It's me. That's part of mine. So I think that's probably what it came down to.
Yeah.
And you laugh.
Only because like I lost my train of what I was about to say. So I was just like, no, I get it. I understand the whole, giving of things and all that kind of stuff. Whatever, I get it. I understand it. And I understand it more now because I know.
Yeah.
I think before it was me not knowing, like, that you're building these things or getting these things, to see how they work. And if they don't work or if they do work, you get something better and give it, like, you know what I mean? So, and you know me, I'm like a very big, let me know, I need to know, like,
yeah, that's
person.
true. You're nosy.
I just need to know things. So, that.
Okay.
But, sacrificing is very important when you're a business owner and trying to get stuff off the ground and trying to expand and all those things. I get it. Because, we sacrifice some things ourselves now, even not even necessarily like monetary, but like spending time with family and things like that. So, we've like the last couple of years, we've kind of been ghosts to our families. Like, even like my nephew even says like to me, like every time he see me and he see me with my laptop, every time I see you, you always working.
Yeah.
You just always working. And then I tell him, I'm like, I'm trying to work, so you don't have to. And
That's
then he I don't think he understands it, but
they're not supposed to.
And even with the girls, like they want to see us more, and it's like same thing with that. Like we did a better job this time of making sure we were off and not having to do anything. But like most of the time, if they come up, it's a busy time of the year, so we have to, work around what we can work around. And lucky for you, you're able to, like, if we don't have a shoot, then you can be there and you can be attentive. So that's good. But I think we did like 2 years of hard sacrifice and family time. Family time is just something I think right now that both of us don't want to sacrifice anymore. So we've like built that into our schedule to at least have one day out the week where we can have that family time. And then even like times throughout the year when the kids are out, or like over holiday times when they can come up, like for Barry's nieces and stuff. So that's one thing that we said we did not want to sacrifice anymore. That and just like us time and like personal time for the two of us outside of the business. So we've kind of like built that into our schedule. So it's a good thing to sacrifice when you're trying to build something, but then it's also good to realize when you need to sacrifice less to keep you sane.
Yeah, I just know in order to gain, you got to give. You know what I'm saying? And in order to win, you're gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? A little bit, and it's just that's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? That's the trade off. That's the balance.
Yeah.
And I understood that. You know what I'm saying? Earlier in my beginning of trying to what am I trying to build here? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm trying to build something that I can leave a legacy. You know what I'm saying? I can have something for that. I can have, nieces and nephews and, have something that they can, build on, that they can, take and run with. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not going to be here forever. So it's more so I'm like, I'm just thinking about the future. Like I'm trying to build something that it can that we can leave and it can continue to go on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like That's what, my mind stays, been on since then. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it came down to, and I guess it took a lot for you to understand that, and it also took me some growing up to really understand your needs and what you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
what what you wanted out of a relationship in terms of that way, and understand what your priorities are as a person.
Yeah.
So it all comes back circling around. So at the end of the day, it's just growth and just understanding each other. So
Yes.
I
And
get it.
I think what's so unique about us is, well, not even just unique, but
I don't
like
think
what's
nothing.
special.
I don't think nothing's unique, Jasmine.
Well,
We crazy motherfuckers, man.
I think what has helped us is because like we met at a very young age. I was 19 going on 20, you were 20 going on 21.
Yeah,
Well, when we started dating.
yeah.
And so I think the both of us were in
Still a developmental time, learning,
Yeah.
learning yourself, and we just happen to meet at that time where you still learning yourself. At 19, 20, you don't know what you're going. You know who you
Yeah.
are. We would just happen to meet each other at that time and just continue just to meet each other and grow. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Through the ups and downs, still trying to learn who each other are. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? At that time, some people it's not like that for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember I went to Miami for my 23rd birthday and I was talking to a friend of mine. And like for those of you who don't know, I went to college to be a nurse. So that didn't go well. I was on like a very long waiting list, so I left school. Then I came home and I was doing like a medical assistant program, thinking that let me at least get in the medical field, and then I can just go back and I'll have some experience and work while I'm in school and all this kind of stuff. But like after doing the medical assistant program, I realized like, yeah, this medical field stuff just ain't for me. But I was going to go be a nurse because my parents and everybody had said, get you a job in healthcare. It's gonna be the best thing to do. Blah blah blah. Not my strengths. My strengths are definitely like more business things. But so anyways, when I was 23, this was all around that time when all that stuff was, kind of happening. And I had just got done, graduated from my medical assistant class with 100. Like I had a 4.0. So, I did good in it, but it just wasn't what I wanted to do. And I remember sitting in the pool with my friend, and she's like, yeah, what do you want to do with your life? And I'm like, I don't know. But what was so crazy, now I'm like, at 23, I also was telling Barry he needed to marry me by the time I was 25. So I'm telling you, I need you to marry me in 2 years, but I don't even know what I want to do with the rest of my life.
Exactly.
And I done had 5 years to plan it outside of high school. So it's just like, looking back and realizing like what we've done, like how we've grown like together, is kind of crazy. Like
Crazy as shit.
it's crazy too, because I used to say all the time, like, I'm not gonna be here for 10 years. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that. But like when you live life and life happens, like you learn that like now I feel like, no, I could not do 10 years because I'm 30. I know what I want out of life. Like I'm an adult. You know what I mean? Like I think in 6 months, maybe a year, I know if I'm going to want to be with you for the rest of my life or not.
Gotcha.
But, and not even to say that, but like 23, I knew that I wanted to be with you for whatever, but knowing what it takes to be able to have conversations with each other. Because remember, at 25, I wasn't emotionally ready to talk to you about not taking me on a trip.
You wasn't emotionally ready at 27 still, nigga, sometimes.
I mean...
You know what I'm saying? The fuck?
I wanted my trips.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, I get it, though. It makes sense.
Yeah, but so all that to say, like, take time to learn each other, to learn yourself first, before you want to, like, rush into and hop into, like, a relationship or a business. Because you get in a bad business relationship, that's legal stuff you got to deal with. You don't want to deal with no legal papers.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And just be, like I said this before on other podcasts, like it's the journey. Just fall in love with the journey of it all, everything, the ups and downs that come with it, and the wins. When you know what I'm saying? When you get these wins, you appreciate the losses, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? You just know it's a part of the game. If you listen, the only winning move is not to play. So make it like, if you're not built for this certain thing, there's nothing wrong with just working a job and doing that's your that makes you happy. That's fine. Because let me be honest with you, entrepreneurship ain't for everybody.
No.
I never, fully thought I was gonna be, a business owner and do this. I just know I had these skills. I want to help people, and that's what it is. But it morphed itself into that, and that's what I became. But you learn. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with working a job or career and earning a check and taking care of your family. There's nothing wrong with that either, because it's people that's great at that, excel at that. There's some people that don't excel at, what I'm saying, running a business and being a business owner, because it's both ways has their pros and cons, and they're both not easy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just how it goes.
So on that note,
ladies and gentlemen,
this is this week's episode.
We appreciate y'all for listening.
Yes.
And Jasmine, how can everybody, find us?
So we are on Instagram and Facebook, Love and Aperture Podcast. You can go to our website, howdesigns.com/Love and Aperture Podcast to listen to past episodes.
Yeah.
Subscribe on iTunes, Love and Aperture Podcast.
Oh,
we're exclusively on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, exclusively. I'm thinking about adding on Google Podcasts as well. I was like, I don't know if I want to be, all over the place, but let us know if there's a platform that, that it's some
better
people,
than
Apple.
That
some people that just fuck with a specific platform, and we'll put it on there too. We have no problem with that, but for right now, we were just exclusively on Apple Podcasts, because all the people we fuck with got iPhones. You know what I'm saying? But listen.
Oh, and YouTube.
Yeah,
Love
I know some
Podcast.
people that fuck with Google too. So, if they want me to get on, if they want us to get on Google Podcasts, we'll fuck with it. But if you want to watch us, listen, everybody got the YouTube app.
Yes.
So that's universal.
Yes.
So listen, if you don't, you know what I'm saying, you don't got the Apple, you got an Android, you got YouTube, my nigga. So you can watch us on YouTube and check us out. You could, watch and listen. You know what I'm saying? So that's an option. But we definitely want y'all to, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Love and Aperture Podcast. Give us some feedback, what you like, what you don't like, what do you want to hear from us.
Yes.
And on Apple Podcasts, like and review, because trust me, it helps us, get up there. You know what I'm saying? The rankings, so more people could see us, and we want you to share that. Tell people about the show. You know what I'm saying? Tell a friend, tell a cousin, tell your baby mother, tell your brother. Let them know it's something interesting, not something different. Hopefully it's, we can help and talk and just have conversation. That's all we doing out here. But we appreciate y'all.
Yes.
Hopefully you like the new setup.
Yes. Isn't it beautiful?
We're going to try to expand on it more. You know what I'm saying? So, Jasmine, I said, damn, I should have set up my GoPro and did a time lapse for like a behind the scenes, because also on our How Designs YouTube page, we're going to start, putting more content on there as well.
How to put it up.
Yeah, I could have vlogged it and just show people how I built the, the set. But listen, I'll do that another time. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, because we have another set to build.
Yeah, for people that really want to know and how you run that business from that standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Little quick tutorials and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for that. But until next time, we appreciate y'all. I thought you was about to cry for something. What you tearing up? What you about to do? But yo,
I'm sorry.
Bless you. On that note, y'all, we out.
Bye.
Appreciate y'all. Later.